Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for September 22nd, 2025. This is for Cancer. Last shuffle coming out here for Cancer. Cancer. We have playing it safe and we have letting go. Some of you may be playing it safe and trying to decide what you need to let go, who you need to let go. I feel like you need to trust in divine detours in this energy. Like divine detours would be to say that um, trust that, trust what you see. Trust that your life is a journey, right? Write things down, take notes, document everything, and ask for help from others if you need help with anything really. But document who helps, document the names of people. If you're needing to make phone calls, write down their name, the reference of everything. Anything else, letting go of needing the attention or let go of the need to control the outcome of things. I feel that whoever you get help from, like whoever you're inspired to get help from, you two become a force. Honor your commitments. If you make any agreements or anything, honor them. Don't judge anyone and listen to what they have to say. Dream very big. There's a lot of energy they're throwing out here. They want you to know that you will be able to conquer your challenges, but you got to accept people as they are. I feel that whoever's around you is equipped to help with something, okay? And to know that if they're coming with really bad intentions, that justice will get them. Justice is already attached to all of this, so that tells me that if someone, if you're saying I got to let go of what, well, the letting go part though is about expecting a disaster. Let go of expecting that, right? Like, just as I'm about to overcome something, I feel that I'm just kind of like waiting for some impending doom, some impending bad news or something here. Don't allow that to stop you from reaching out and asking for help. Asking for help is a very noble and a thing that only strong people do, to be quite honest. And angels are asking you to do so. They're showing that you're meant to share time with someone or to partner up with someone. So don't be afraid to reach out, right? I feel like whoever the person is that answers your call is a soulmate to you, is meant to help you. They're meant to do it. They've been waiting for this moment. They've been expecting to have to do this, and they didn't know who it was. But here you come. Now, playing it safe with the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Wands, High Priestess, and the Tower is about telling people what, like keeping people on a need to know basis. They don't need to know unless they're helping you in any way. This is also about continuing to push forward regardless, knowing that your life is going to change and just consistently being persistent, working on something, regardless of whether or not you know what the outcome is going to be. I know how that sounds, but that's what they're saying. The safest thing to do is to continue to push and continue to move forward. Um, do expect your life to change, but also no fear because you see the changes. You are inventive. You're spontaneous. You're creative. You're a trailblazer. So there's no need to worry. You can ask for help and expect help in return. And you can also expect that if it's being detoured, if things are being held up, it's a divine detour. Trust it. If things are being held up, you ask for help and they're like, oh man, I can help you, but not till next week. Trust that it was a divine detour. Spirit detoured you on purpose. They said, we got to let cancer got to wait, right? Um, they've got to wait because it's not ready yet. Cancer's dreaming big. If you're dreaming big, you're not rushing anything. Let go of needing to have success right the heck now. And let go of expecting things to go bad also. Okay? I don't see you being that type of a person. I've never met a cancer that's gloom and doom, to be quite honest with you. My mother is a cancer, and that woman, I'm telling you, she had a hard time with people. The way that she was treated, her love life wasn't terrible, but you know what I mean. It's like she had a hard time, and that woman still finds it inside of herself to make sure life is great for me and my brothers. Ooh man, what wonderful person. And I did not appreciate that as a young person. I was an idiot as a kid. You know how it goes when you're young. You don't know until you get older. I never understood until I got much older, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I could show you, if I could spend every day showing you how grateful I am to you. But the positivity that comes from Cancer energy, they're not showing you being negative, right? They're not showing you being like, oh, it's only going to be, it's only downhill from here. I see someone who is in a space of saying, um, well, if you're playing it safe, that is, you're saying anything can happen, but I always land on my feet, right? I crab walk sideways anyway. I'll sidestep whatever comes in. Conflict is the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, and this conflict tells me things come in and it feels like the conflict would be that you might feel like you're on your own. You may feel that way, but it's so important to honor the people that do have your back. Okay. And it also is, the conflict would be to say too that you're independent and you want to do things on your own. You don't want to be codependent on another person. You don't want to need their help. This also tells me that um, sometimes how people help you is the issue. This is part of the reason why they're saying don't judge the help that you get. Okay, listen to the person. You'd be surprised what they're going to say. You'd be surprised what they bring to the table for you, even if it's not the way you want it. You know how some people, they're like, you're saying I'm hungry, and they come over with like candles and whatnot. It's like, I got silverware, but honestly, it will be needed later. It'll be helpful. It's still helpful, and you really don't know what else they're bringing to the table besides that, besides the front of, you know what I mean, the surface level, the appearance of things. There's more in store. You and this person, or you and these people, become a force. When it comes to love, I see that acceptance is the key to inner peace. You know, you got to accept things as they are, because you can't control. You can't, like. There's no point in like trying to change what you can't control. There's no point in worrying about what you cannot control either. And I do feel that, especially when it comes to people coming to your rescue or being there for you, they're soulmates to you. Soulmates aren't always romantic, and I've said this before, and I'm sure you guys get it anyway, but it needs to be said sometimes, because whenever I hear the word soulmate and certain words, the catchphrases that and we say these days, soulmates indicate romance, and typically soulmates are not always that, right? And the soulmate, you could have a pet that's a soulmate. You could have a friend that's your best friend as a soulmate. You could have a sibling or a family member that's like a soulmate, a cousin that you're just like, man, this person gets me. You could be working with someone who's like a soulmate to you. We work well together. We make money. We do it. And sometimes places could be a soulmate to you. A certain city, you always thrive. So I do see, when it comes to love, it's very, and not just in love, but in general. So connecting with soulmates, but you have to accept them, because they won't be what you think. They won't come in or show up the way that you would say, I expect them to show up this way. They will not do so. So the conflict would be in saying, I don't need no stinking silverware. I'll do this on my own. The conflict would be that I don't want to depend on them. I have to figure out a way to do it on my own. Depend. It's safe to depend. You're meant to be detoured. You want to say, my ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. It doesn't matter what comes in, you'll be able to land on your feet. You want to use the color yellow. Yellow's highlighted. Yellow vibrates on this frequency of purifying the body. A lot of times that would mean it's time to detox or hydrate more, incorporating yellow foods into your diet. And that could be like natural yellow foods, like, corn, um, yellow squash, lemon, right? Golden apples and things of that nature, or yellow peppers and things of that nature. You want to, bananas. What else? There's a lot of yellow stuff, right? You want to add that into your diet, but it also speaks of purifying the body. So what we're doing is we're hydrating, right? We're detoxing. Behind a mask, though, you have Two of Cups and Seven of Swords. You have angel number 2222 here. That also speaks to things saying, yeah, you could do it by yourself, but you got to be a force with coupling and partnering up with someone. Life is meant to be shared. And there's something about you and another person connecting that changes everything. You want to look into your Uranus placements on that, because it speaks of the transformations that you were destined to have, or to go through. That also, a lot of this is about inventiveness, about being able to conquer your challenges uniquely, and it may involve like tech or on something online. Yeah. So behind a mask, once again, this is telling me that underneath the surface, you are aligning with something. Two of Cups is usually a relationship between you and someone. It could represent a very complicit, beautiful friendship or a romantic connection, but it also represents you connecting to something. So I'm aligning to either my goal, me doing what I need to do meets goals, or going from point A to point B. But with Seven of Swords, this tells me underneath it all that this is new for you, right? Or maybe you and combining forces with someone. This is new for you, and you're just winging it. This also speaks of your uh, that you're clever, that you're quick-witted and very intelligent and spontaneous, and you're very versatile. You can do multiple things, even if you just figured it out right now. You're able to just do it. It's your first time doing it, but yet you're doing it like a pro, whatever this is, right? So they're telling you to dream big, because you'll be able to handle whatever comes your way. You'll be able to do it, whatever it is. Yeah, this angel number is an interesting one. Today is a universal 4 frequency. So, uh, as far as numerology is concerned, and that would be that you add up the day, the month, and the year, and break it down to a single digit, breaks down to a 4, and your angel number kind of breaks down to an 8, right? 2222. And that would say that on this day for you, if you see this, especially if you see this angel number, you will run into people that they're not interested in being a part of anything unless it's long lasting, and also they want it to be more meaningful. So they don't. This would be that day that you run into or meet your best friend forever, like your partner. Even if you're in a romantic connection right now, this would be a day where you both solidify your commitment to each other and really do partner up and become a force together. But otherwise, this would be to say that majority of the connections that we make today are ones that they're expected to go long term or further than just you by yourself and them by themselves, right? Like this person's like, I've got the jam, you got the peanut butter, and you know what? We'll figure out how to get bread together. Maybe we could make it. Combined with your strong arm and my freaking ingredients, we can make some bread. Because I don't know if you ever made bread, but without a bread machine with your own hands, you want to talk about the strongest of your arms of steel? Remember the 80s and 90s when they had those workout videos of arms and legs of steel, the abs of steel? Oh man. Oh gosh. So yeah, anyhow, let's just let it be. So either way, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.